Hey guys, yes, I've got another Chinese 1/18 scale crawler car, but this car has got the biggest motor that you ever have seen in a 1/18 scale crawler car, and I saw a lot of similarities with the Traxxas TRX4, therefore I bought this. So let's get started with this car. This is an Austarhobby 1/18 scale crawler car, and there are only two reasons why I bought this car. So this car has got the biggest motor that I have ever seen in a 1/18 scale crawler car, and I saw a lot of similarities with the Traxxas TRX4M. But first let me get everything out of the box and show you what's inside here. Inside the box you will find the car, the transmitter, a USB charger, a 2-cell lithium-ion battery, the instructions and a very nice detailed sticker sheet. I really like the stickers that they have included with this car. But first let's start with the transmitter. So it runs on 4 AA batteries which you need to supply of your own. But this transmitter, I really like it. It's got a good feel to the hand, it's capable of one-hand driving, it's got a foam wheel on there and the overall build quality feels very sturdy. So here's your on-off switch, you've got your steering trim, your throttle trim, your dual rate, etc. And this is for controlling the lights. So you've got 3 buttons over here. This is for reversing your throttle and your steering, and this is for the controlling the speeds. So it's only 1 gear, but you will have a digitally speed selector. Here's the car guys, and I think that this thing really looks amazing. They have added a ton of small details and I do not know how they can do that. This thing cost around 80 bucks or something, I'm not sure, I will put the link down below. But just look at the appearance and all the light system that they have added to this car. But first let's start in the front. So here you will find a nice front bumper, a very nice grille with some working LEDs inside the light buckets. So these are actually also LEDs, and you will find indicators inside the wheel arches. So you've got a ton of small details. We've got wipers, we've got mirrors, we've got door handles, some air vents on the bonnet or the hood. I really like that. When we turn the car around you will find a spare tire, but this is a different size than the one that they have used to run it. Inside here you will find some lights, some indicators. We've got a tow hook, and the tires themselves, they feel a bit stiff, but there are foams inside there. But yeah, I think that you have to remove the foams because like this it feels a bit hard. Underneath the car you will find a 4-link setup in the front and in the rear with all plastic arms. So you'll find plastic drive shaft, plastic gears inside there, and this car has got bushings throughout. Small correction, it's got ball bearings throughout the car. You know, for a car of this price point it's got ball bearings, that's pretty unique. The shocks are just friction shocks, but they feel okay. I think that the tension is just fine for this little car. So here you can see why I thought that this was like a Traxxas TRX4M lookalike. This looks just similar like a Traxxas TRX4M, and also with a clipless body system. So you will find 2 little hooks right over here and one in the front, and when you pull on those you can remove the body. So let me, here it is guys. So therefore I thought this is like a Traxxas TRX4M lookalike. But you can see all the wires and all the LEDs and the separate LED driver. I really like that. So here you can see the clipless body system and it works flawlessly. Underneath the body you will find a very nice and very clean car. I really like the setup that they have created for this car. So here in the front you will find an axle mounted servo, and this is just similar like the Traxxas one. So I think they have copied that. But look at this motor size guys. This is just a proper size motor, and this is the biggest one that I have ever seen in a 1/18 scale crawler car. So here you will find your battery tray, and this is your 2-in-1 receiver ESC combination. So let me throw in a battery and show you when it's on. The car's powered on and just look at the very nice headlights. So the tail lights only will turn on when you reverse the car, and I'm not a big fan of that, but it is what it is. So the indicators are just horrible if you ask me, you know. When you touch the steering wheel only a tiny bit, they will just turn on, and the rapid flashing, yeah, I don't like those. So the LED bar in the front, you control it with this little button over here, and you've got a lot of different modes to choose from. So yeah, that's pretty funny to have. So power wise, this car really is amazing. The big motor inside this car will give you loads of control. And just look at the low modulation that you will have. And there is no winding in this car, you know. I really like the big motor size that they have used inside this car. So let's take it outside. We are at the first obstacle, and the Austarhobby first has to go over this big boulder. And this is a pretty steep incline. And yeah, some cars can do it and some cars can. So let's find out if this little car can do it. Did you see that, guys? It just went up there like there wasn't even anything there. So let's find a more difficult one. Here's another obstacle which I always do with the 118 and 124 scale cars, and that's this incline. So first the cars has to go through a bit of water, and then with the slippery tires they have to go all the way up this big boulder. So let's find out if the Austarhobby can do it. Now let's see how this car performs when it's driving over an angle. Wow guys, did you see that? This car is just perfect in my opinion. Recently I tested the slope hill with some ECRC models, and they all just tipped over. But this one just did it. So now I will just give you some driving footage. That was the driving with the Austar, the AX, well I can't remember the name, but I will put a link down below to this car. And overall I really like this car. This car is capable, you will have loads of low modulation with this car. I just love it, you know. If you compare this one to the recently reviewed ECRC Arizona or the ECRC Bronx, I think that this is a better buy for the money than one of those cars, you know. You will have loads more control with this car. This motor inside there is just perfect, and also the ESC, you will not have the annoying winding sound coming out of the motor. I really like the combination of this car. But of course there are a couple of things what I don't like, and that are the tires. So inside the tires there are foams inside there, and I suggest to remove them, you know, because the tires are just too hard now. Just remove the foams and then you will have much more grip on the rocks and everything. So another thing what I noticed is that underneath here you will find a plastic part that is limiting the steering angle of the servo. So I suggest to remove that little part, and then your steering angle will be even better than it is right now. But overall this car is really amazing. For the money I think it's unbeatable, and you can have loads of fun with this little car. Alright guys, that was it for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. If you've got any questions or suggestions, leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.